She was a normal child growing up. She lived with her mom, dad, and an older brother. She never did anything out of the ordinary, never did drugs, never skipped school, and dressed modestly. Sometimes wore too many layers at a time, but had a smile that could warm anyone's heart. She was normal, or at least everyone thought so. Truth was, this young girl saw angels and talked to them on occasion. Everyone just wrote them off as imaginary friends. But when she was 13, her life began to crumble. This young teen met more angels that summer. But a few months after that, she met the one being that would change her life completely. She met the devil himself. She never told anyone, though, who would believe her. This was one secret she would have to keep. And she did, for a long time. But this young teen began to grow up faster than anyone could have ever guessed as the devil got violent. Every night he would beat her or hand her over to demons to beat her. When she was 17, the devil began to rape her at least once a week, but she still kept him a secret. When she was 18, she went off to college, and then she broke her silence, letting off little details at a time. She told some of her closest friends that she saw angels, and finally told them about some of the abuse she endured because of the devil, but never in full detail. She also went to a counselor on campus because of her lack of sleep and that her memory was starting to fade. But as she started to talk to people about her pain and struggles, she could tell that most of them didn't believe her. But a year later, she started a journal, a freedom journal, as she called it, and she wrote down everything she was experiencing, the pain, the agony. She poured everything onto the pages of the composition journal. But this was for her own eyes. No one else was allowed to read it. But after she had let it slip into conversations with her friends, they had convinced her to put it online. She had to admit it was the hardest thing for her to do. The devil continued to get worse over time, but of course it was Satan, so she knew she couldn't expect anything less. But after her 21st birthday, he began to get more threatening. He planned a date and a time that he would kill her. "Do not tell anyone about this, or I'll beat you until you're black and blue, covered in blood, and no one will be able to recognize you." But she did. She was terrified and accidentally told a friend of hers on a website. Of course, the devil was beyond mad. She saw the pain coming, but she had to tell someone. She had to. Those were the words she kept running as a loop through her mind as the devil beat her. What was she to do now? Wait for the inevitable to happen? She was too young to die. She was only 21. She was supposed to be getting a job, dating, getting married, having children. Or maybe she didn't want any of that. Maybe she just wanted to live on her own, living with her guardian angels. She was supposed to be doing normal things, not planning her death, not writing a note explaining to her family and friends what was going on. She didn't want to think about it, but she has to. She wants to tell everyone that's going to be okay, everything will be fine, but she can't. She won't. She will never lie to them like that. She will be ripped away from everything she has known and loved, all because of the devil's anger and wrath. The truth is, life was never meant to be easy. I just wish it could be easier to bear.